What is up, YouTube? McIntyre here. Today bringing you yet another video for my A to Z series. Today we're going to be going over Ana. I have her played right here. I'm kind of excited about this. I don't really get to play this character at all. I really love the functionality of her. I like the design. Obviously, I'm at the point, I think, in Heroes where I actually like the design of most all the Overwatch characters, and a lot of the reason for that is because the characters themselves were designed well, and they were designed for a game that makes sense. And so bringing them over to a game like HOTS with their kits, essentially, their kits already make sense, right? So we don't have characters like the other heroes sometimes in Heroes of the Storm where their abilities are kind of random. An example would be Thrall, in my opinion, especially if you played Thrall back in Warcraft 3 days, right, where a lot of his base kit is stuff that we didn't expect, and the fluidity of it, while I think Thrall is a fairly fluid hero, it's just not as smooth as most of these new Overwatch character adaptations into Heroes of the Storm. But Ana, I think, is the newest one. No, Hanzo will be the newest one. He has not come out yet to the live server. However, I have played him on the PTR, and I really enjoy him as well. But anyways, going back to Ana, as I've gone now on a tangent, essentially Ana is a support character, much like Medic, in the fact that she is very vulnerable. However, if she is left untouched and unpressured, she applies tons of healing and tons of pressure. She has three things going for her. Her first would be just her amazing sustain healing. Obviously, you have to land your Qs, which can be tough at times because your team can dodge the ability. But if you do connect it over and over on a 2-second cooldown, it's really powerful if your team trades damage and then you can sustain, right? So if your team, is trading into an Uther solo heal, obviously Ana will be able to top people off, make sure they're full health more often if you're just trading damage. However, she isn't as great at sustaining somebody who is getting all in or bursted. She does okay with that, and this is her second ability, and what she's also good at is her biotic grenade. So she's okay at keeping people alive if they get bursted with this, because it applies a heal and a percent healing increase to the person for 4 seconds. So this also, can help for, let's say, an ETC, like my teammate here, or even an Alarak, right? This team I had drafted for my viewers to kind of synergize with Ana. Essentially, two heroes that have effects or abilities where they heal themselves, they'll get an increased healing with the biotic grenade. The other thing that the biotic grenade does, and the second thing that Ana, I think, does really well, is counter, burst healing comps. So if, for whatever reason you want to one-shot somebody, Ana also does that pretty well. You can throw your biotic grenade onto the target. Let's say that your ETC Alarak is comboing and they can't get healed. It also works really well against characters that want to sustain and heal themselves. Examples being Arthas, Dahaka, Leoric, where they, Arthas eats his ghouls, death coils himself, that will not heal him. Dahaka's passive or his adaptation effect, which is very substantial. If you biotic grenade that, you can just outright kill a Dahaka. And then Leoric with his drain too. So we have like heal over time effects, and then we also have burst heals like Rhaegar, Ancestral, Monk, Palm, things like that. So really cool effect, really powerful. But the most powerful part about Ana, and what I really enjoy her for, is the sleep dart. Essentially, just like in Overwatch, sleeping the enemy team sets up kills and allows you to peel for yourself. So it has two functions, right? So you can peel for yourself with it. Let's say you do get dove, you can sleep dart somebody. In this case, maybe I'm sleeping a butcher or a Greymane diving on me. Or, if I'm in the fog of war and I hit a sleep dart on the butcher, then my team just collapses and hits all their spells on that butcher. So it's much like an Overwatch, but I think, in my opinion, sleep dart is the most effective part of Ana, and the reason why you should be wanting to play her is sleep dart into one shot. So that is that. We're going to go over the talents now. Level 1, I am going to be taking Piercing Dart. This goes even more into the Sleep Dart theme. So what's important about this talent, at the beginning of the game, for the first 4 or 5 minutes, I'm just going to be spitting out Sleep Darts. because I want to hit that 10 and 20 hit hero mark as quick as possible. The 20 is a super power spike as you get increased range on your Q, increased range, and you can pierce. So you can heal 2 people, which is basically double healing. Here you'll see I'm going to just start fishing for Sleep Dart immediately. Again, I kind of want to get this going as early as possible. With a Butcher too, with the Butcher brand, right, which heals him normally, I can body grenade that to counter the brand. So that is really, really powerful as well. But the other thing that this level 1 talent does is at 10 hits, it increases the range. It increases the range of your sleep. And I think this is very, very effective at finding those picks because A, you can shoot your dart at a safer range, but you also kind of can, you know, chase someone down with your dart. It's much easier for the other team to anticipate and avoid. So here you can see, you know, my team is trading damage, but as long as no one dies and I'm landing my Qs, it's basically impossible for the enemy team to kill us. I'm in a team fight like this. You know, I want to wait for them maybe to run into us and then I can catch my sleep. But mostly just want to focus on sustaining my tank while we trade damage. Again, trading damage with Ana is really good. You do have to be careful of the mana. As you can see, kind of my mana levels are slowly dripping. But with the globe changes, especially next patch, as you'll be able to fight for your enemies' globes, we might see a change in that as well. You know, her effectiveness. So you can see here, just making sure I keep the heals going. Sometimes when I feel like burst healing, I'll throw a grenade and then try to, you know, quickly sustain someone up. That's another use of the biotic grenade. But here you can see I sleep. This Stukov actually has a really good placement, but my team could have easily engaged on that, right? And those are the kind of engages. See, this is me. I was playing Team League again with my viewers. This was me kind of saying, like, we should combo off of that, right? But here, just building up sleep stacks. Obviously, Haunted Mines being a pretty, I don't know, weak objective. A lot of the times on this map, it's almost, like, especially as a hero like Ana, there's no reason for me to even go into the shrines. I have no wave clear. It would take me 20 seconds to get an objective. Okay, here's a quick little tip too that I just used super quick. Your Q actually grants vision. So if you're ever rotating and you feel unsafe, you can shoot your Q into brushes, kind of like a Malfurion Moonfire almost, to provide vision for your team on rotation or yourself, right? And you know, when we hit when we get 20 hits on sleep, we get the additional range on Q, so you can just scout pretty much the entire enemy team using your Q ability. So yeah, still just sitting here sharking for sleep darts. This is a D heal there. You can see I hit a lot of his regeneration. I also biotic grenaded myself. Sadly, the only way to sustain Ana right now is to biotic grenade yourself. That's basically it. Or globes. Again, next patch with the additional globes in wave, it might be a little bit easier. Blizzard has also come out and said that they're gonna do more with Ana's self-sustain, which I really think they should. It is like the weakest part of her kit, honestly. So here, yeah, still fishing. And this right here is a good example of what the engage can look like. We have an Alaric, easy Alaric setup combo onto the sleep dart. And I want a biotic grenade there when he pulls in, and you know, the Stukov probably is going to throw his Q out and try to pop it to heal. So if you can biotic grenade that, you can get really, really ahead in the trade. or just outright kill the other person. Sorry about those alerts. Razor Synapse wants to update. Yeah, so here we're going to get a good example of how bad Anna's wave clear is. She is terrible at wave clear, like terrible. So usually, you know, you would pair her with a wave clear hero such as a mage or a Vala, a Greymane, something like that. Li Ming's pretty good. Gul'dan's pretty good. And the reason for that is, again, she pretty much provides no... Oh, I could have hit a sleep dart there. So I've hit 10 now. So the range of my E is actually twice as... Almost, I think it's twice. It might be twice. Let me see if I read that right. Yeah, it's twice as long. So let's see if I can hover this to show the range. No, I'm not able to. But you can see there, I shot it from here, and it ended about right here. So very, very, very far range. Almost a screen and a half away. And I say that in the sense of, you know, if this is the screen that I see, let's just, for example, so you guys can understand this concept. Let's say that this is the screen that I see, right? And this is me playing my character. I'm probably moused in here, right? If there was an Ana on the other team, she could sleep me from off of where I would normally have my screen looking, right? So that's why an ability like that is powerful, because it's not like the other team's always looking at where I'm at, right? So just depending on where I'm standing, or, you know, even in Fog of War, like here, right? We have a very, very long sleep that the Alarak could have engaged on. And you can just shark for these sleeps too, especially like behind walls like this. You can just basically shark for them. You know the other team's there, so there's no reason you can't just shoot and try to hit. If you miss, then it's okay. You reset and you try again. Especially considering we're still questing. So here's a good one here. I'll throw a grenade probably. There's my grenade. And you can even see that the Stukov did in fact bio kill switch and try to sustain the Kel'Thuzad there, but all of the healing got negated. An ability that I didn't talk about is Nano Boost. Considering Blizzard for some reason nerfed Eye of Horus or whatever it's called. What's it called? Let's see. Yeah, Eye of Horus. They actually nerfed this ability. And prior to that, this ability was garbage anyways. But since they did, Nano Boost is just the go-to pick. And if anything, you can just use it on a 50-second cooldown to give your teammate 200 mana. No, actually, I mean, jokes aside, it is not bad at sustaining your teammate's mana, and especially going into a team fight. But in this case, you know, I have a Cassia who's gone Q build. So, you know, she has a decreased cooldown and a second charge on her Q. So if I give her a nano, she might be able to throw like 3 to 5 spears in a team fight, considering she has the 2 charges. Here's another sleep setup, and I'll probably biotic at the end of that. See? And we get a lot of burst out. End up picking up the kill even. But yeah, so Nano Boost is just really good in a team fight. You can use it on whoever you need to. Here, I think I end up nanoing, yeah, I end up nanoing Cassia again. So we can look at her cooldowns. You know, things are moving pretty fast. She probably gets 2 blinds off. She probably gets 3 to 5 spears off, and, you know, maybe 1 to 2 rends. But pretty powerful in the reality of it all. On a character who wants to be using her spells because of her, you know, Ring of Leech, right? But again, you can see in these team fights, I'm playing very, very safe. I'm playing out of kill range for my enemy team, right? I'm not really giving them a chance to go on me. I'm kind of letting Cassia just be, you know, about this far from me, right? I'm about to heal her from where I'm standing. And as long as I have this distance on my Cassia, they can't get to me and I can heal her. So essentially, if the other team doesn't draft a comp, like in this case, I mean, they have the Butcher, I guess, but if they don't really draft a comp that can get to me, and you'll see in the later stages of this game even, because I know that Butcher is the only way that they can kill me, I'll just not mount up and stay out of Butcher's range because I'll be able to see that he's charging me, or he's looking to at least charge me. Here, I almost get a grenade. Darrow turns around and jukes me. Yeah, I threw a grenade where he was going, and then he ended up jumping. He ended up jumping back into the enemy team. Maybe he was going for the Ring of Leech heal. So here, I'm not even sure why we're pushing, but you'll see the engage, like, that's just what you want every day of the week. Things get a little dicey, too, with the Greymane finally on me. He even had throat there. He probably could have tumble cocktail the minion, then throated me. I mean, it would have killed me. So that was, yeah, that could have gotten really sketchy, honestly. But yeah, so now we're going to full back. Again, you know, in this case, we have the Illidan who's doing the pumpkins in the bottom objective, which is good. And there's really no reason for me to go under there unless there's a team fight underneath. And there shouldn't ever be. It's just Haunted Mines is kind of weird like that. This is actually a really good map for Ana too, because you have, like, you know, this door is really safe for her. This was a bad positioning, so you can see here the Butcher charges me, but then he hesitated, and I even biotic'd him right there at the tail end because I knew he would try to brand me. Here I get a sick 2-man sleep. Even on the chase, the sleep can be really powerful here. I think I get another sleep here. Can kind of use the pathing of this building to, you know, if this guy's running this way, this line that, you know, this line is kind of a free shot. I was a little BM here. I gave him the old sleeper Rooney. Yeah, don't do that. Although, you know, Blizzard obviously had that in mind because, oof, Blizzard did have that in mind because Ana does do the sleep taunt, which is funny. And I think at this point in the game, we just end up killing their core. You can see here, this is an example of where the Butcher is hyper focused on charging me, so I'm just staying right out of his range of his E. And you'll see, I think he even mounts up and tries to get around. But I just don't want to let the other team ever be in range of me. And as long as they're not, they should never be able to, you know, as you can see, my teammates are all full health. I'm trying to get this globe because that's the only way I can heal. But I just want to make sure all my team's full health. Still sharking for sleeps. Here you can see the Butcher again is going to try to find a charge on me. But every time he tries, you know, my team's going to get damage in on him. Here we can see it again. Right, so this Butcher is definitely looking at me. But I can just play as wide as possible. He charges my ETC. And now, you know, we end up turning. Good stage dive into a GG. So mostly, you know, in these team fights, you definitely want to be looking to nano when the fight looks like it's happening, or if you think if you nano you can one shot, because it does give them spell power too, right? So sometimes, you know, I could have nanoed the, let's say, Alarak this game to give us even more burst in our combo if I wanted to look for that. But a lot of the time when the team fight's happening, I can kind of nano the, like I said, the Cassia and just let her go and do her own thing. Which in most cases will be really, really, really strong. So, and we ended up having 72 seconds of sleep at the end of the game. But that is going to be it for my Ana video. Ana, I was gonna even say at the beginning of my video, I'm gonna say Ana, but I know it's Ana. I don't know, it's maybe my accent or where I'm from, but that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to throw a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can always check me out Twitch, Twitter, and heroeshurt.com. A great website. If you haven't checked it out already, check it out in my description. You can go to my channel, find my tier list, find my builds, find all the stuff about all the new characters and content that is coming out. If you guys have any further questions about Ana, let me know in the comments below. Do you think she's at an okay place after the support nerfs? This was past the support nerfs, so her numbers were lower this game. However, considering she is a utility support, I do think she still has a place because of the utility that she brings to a fight. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But that's going to be it for today's video. Tomorrow or the next video, we will have Alex Straza, and that is a very exciting game. I've already gotten the gameplay for it, so keep your eyes out for that one. But that's going to be it for this video. Until the next time, guys, I'll see you then. Cheers.